Good evening, everyone. Tina Spalding Trance Channel here for the evening session of day 34 of 40 Days and 40 Nights with Jesus. Let's see what he has to say to us today. You are blessed beings indeed. I am that one that you know as Jesus. The weather is turning in the Northern Hemisphere and your days are getting shorter and your nights are getting longer and the weather is getting worse. Most of you are, in fact, in the Northern Hemisphere listening to these teachings. We do not want the Southern Hemispheres to feel left out, but there is a change in the weather coming. There is a change in the weather coming, which means that you are going to be spending more time inside, less time outside. And it is a time of year when people tend to spend far too much time inside, watching television and these kinds of things. So we want to put a challenge to you this evening, that through this autumn season, as the rains come and the cold temperatures come, that you buy yourself some good boots, that you buy yourself a new coat if necessary, some mittens or gloves, a good hat and scarf, an umbrella if you live on the West Coast, and you go outside. Go outside as often as you can. Breathe the cool, cold air and understand that it doesn't hurt you. On the contrary, it gives you sustenance, it gives you information, and it gives you relief from the electronics that you are surrounded by. The lights in your rooms, the wires that you cannot see hidden in the walls, the radiation coming off your computers and your phones. These are all frequency lowering emissions, and it's very important that you do not, over these next few months, give up on your outside time. It is very important that you look up to the skies and you feel the wind and the rain on your face, and that you get a little chilled and you get that burst of energy that comes from going for a walk. Our dear one took Delphi out in the rain 3 times today. There is no way that she would have gone out without that dog. The dog looks piercingly into her eyes and begs to go outside because the dog is not separated from its natural self. It is not watching movies or playing on the computer or doing any of those things. It knows in its heart that nature is its salvation, and it tolerates being inside because of its love of its owner. But it knows that to run through the grass and to get wet and dirty and to feel the wind and the smells and the beauty of the outside is its health. It understands this innately, and any of you that have a dog will know that. For those of you that don't have dogs, you must pretend you have an invisible dog that is asking you to go for a walk at 8 o'clock in the morning, that is asking you to go for a walk in the rainy afternoon, that is asking you to go for a walk before bedtime. Pretend you have an invisible dog that is nipping at your heels and asking you to go for a walk. Get outside, put your coats on, put your mitts on your hats on, and take your umbrellas and feel life. Do not spend this autumn locked up in your house watching the chaos of your world. It is not going to benefit you. When you are in your house, do some artwork, knit a sweater, sort through old photographs, write in your diary, channel, do whatever it is that is creative and feels good to you. But do not spend your time hooked into the chaos machine. It wants you to be frightened. It wants you to feel as if the world is coming to an end, and it is not coming to an end. It is merely an ebb season before the flow of new growth. Just like in the winter months, it seems as if everything has died, and it is not so. There are new shoots that are going to come up through the earth, and there are new bright green leaves that are going to come on the trees. And the same thing will happen with your society once this cleansing is over. I am that one that you know as Jesus, and I will speak to you again tomorrow. They are right. It was pouring here today, and if I didn't have Delphi, my nature would have been to stay inside. But since I've had her for 2.5 years, I've come to enjoy misty, wet mornings and It was a bit blustery, but I had my hat and my coat and my umbrella, and it was nice to get some fresh air this evening. Have a good sleep, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.